Hey everybody, it's Friday, and yes, it's Friday morning look with Friday morning coffee. Even in my snowman mug is not put away. And what is this, June? Oh yeah, you're sad, Sally. Steve puts my mugs away seasonally, and I think because of the move, everything is kind of flying out the window. I don't even know where half the stuff is that he normally would have pulled out and put back in for the summertime. I don't think I have any summertime mugs. I just have winter mugs, and they have to go away in June. But anyway, this one's going to England with me. So this is the one that holds just the right amount. It gets up to about here, and then I fill it with foamy almond coconut milk that I pump up in my little pumper. Anyway, um, I'm not here for any reason except that I watched some videos this morning, and they just moved me and have impacted me, and my thoughts are swirling, and um, I just want to encourage you all to check in on them, and I'm not even sure where quite to go with this. Um, One of them is Bex. Bex gets banded. You know who Bex is. She lives in, I think she's Manitoba, and I think, and she's friends with Casey Quinn and Nuke Toy for Katie. They're part of that threesome that everybody wishes they were just one of those girls. Wouldn't I love to turn back the clock? Except then I would have to be running, and I'm definitely not interested in that. But Bex is a doll, and she's struggling with some things, and I would love for people to go and if they have answers for her, I want them to have answers. I want it hurts my heart when people have a struggle that I can't speak into because I don't have something from my own life experience to talk about. Excuse me. I know that sounds strange, but I feel like I am kind of an empath, and so my whole life I've absorbed and felt and looked at things from other perspectives. It's part of who I am. It's part of being a part having a heart for the stage because not that I've acted or been on the stage in 30 years, but to be a good actress, you really have to be able to take things in and work them around here and give them your own spin. And I don't have a life struggle experience to help Bex, and she's a sweetheart. And I guess I feel I feel bad. I feel bad. You're gonna think this sounds really pathetic. I feel badly that, please don't take this wrong when I say, I watched another video this morning from Pam Walker, who I adore, and she talked about having survivor guilt. Pam Walker, Electric Banderella, is an amazing person, and she has, as a survivor of ovarian cancer of 16 years, but she lost one of her friends in her mutual life experience of walking that journey just this last week. I also lost my dearest friend of the heart from many, many years to ovarian cancer about 3 springs back. So I do understand. And ovarian cancer is a wicked bad thing. It just really is. And survival rate is not high on ovarian cancer because it's not discovered until it's too late and they don't do tests for it. So anyway, it's a miracle. Pam she is outside the statistical completely. However, she talked about having survivor guilt, and that really touched me too. And then I realized watching the things on Regain and the subject of Regain that's been up in the last week, that in many ways, I don't want people to think I'm pompous or arrogant or think I have it all together because I don't, but I can't speak to the struggle of Regain yet. I understand some facets of things, but I don't have the same issues, and I cannot even put myself on a level playing field with people that have I don't say food disorders, but I guess it is a food disorder if you've got a food addiction. Um, I mean, I struggle with those little things, but I don't struggle with that insurmountable thing. And it's not always about the will. It's not always about gritting your teeth and bearing on and moving on. Sometimes it is. Lots of us aren't using, sort of how they say you don't use all parts of your brain, you only use a tiny percentage of your brain. I don't know that all of us are pulling as deep down um, to our boot level, to pull them up to really go where we wanted to go when we started off the journey. But that does not mean everybody. It means those who that applies to, just like those who have food issues. It's different for me. It's different for me. I'm also don't know why my body, it could be my age, it could be a lot of things. I have no idea what stars crossed in the universe when I went to have my surgery that day, going through menopause, um, not being able to eat meat when it happened, after the fact and eating very differently. I don't know what has helped me reach goal, although it was a slow 2 pound a week travel. It wasn't like yeah, and I only had 120 pounds to lose or 100 pounds to lose. And so I can't compare it even to the people who have to lose twice or three times that much. I would never hold myself up as an example of anything other than this was my journey. I eat a lot of vegetables and fibery produce, and I make sure I get my protein in sources that I can digest. Um, and so that has worked for me. Uh, Everybody doesn't have to lose 100% of their body weight. Everybody doesn't have to have their bones showing. I mean, it's not like my favorite thing either, y'all, but that's the reality of my body form. My bones are showing on my back, on my front. If I knew how to pad that area up besides clothing, I would. Am I proud of those bones? Not particularly. Do I think they make people go, "Ooh, you're too thin?" Yes, I don't like that. The point is, everybody's journey is so individual, which leads me to another video I watched this morning. I love Maggie Price. If you don't watch Maggie Price, she's just a special person. And uh, she just had some really great quotes and takes on some things today when she made a little video, and I really, really appreciated it. I wish I had typed down some of her quotable quotes because I love it when people say things that are just like little nuggets of truth that you just want to go, oh, put that on the board, put that on the refrigerator, and look at that 4 or 5 times a day. Um, there's so many wonderful people in our community, and I was not going to talk about anything of the last because God knows we all want it to be long gone ancient history dust, 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 dust under our feet. But we have weathered the storm. We have all learned something from the process of open discourse in the community. And I want to say this for the record, for me, from the bottom of my heart. I will never feel shut down again to voice my personal opinion on my own channel by anyone at any time, anywhere. And I will be sure the minute I see that happening to another person who doesn't feel free to express their view or make a commentary generally politely if they disagree with something else, I will be there to stand up next to that person and say, you have a right to your opinion. We will speak to this again. This will come up again, community, until people realize that it's a free country. We're all entitled to our opinions. We're all different. Um, and no one should be um, attacked or coerced or cowed or bullied to recant unless they're really out of line. But for general purposes, people have a right to speak their own truth, and we need to have that with mutual respect. We're adults, and if you people want to do the usual, my daughter says, "What are you doing, Mom? Don't you know that's what Facebook stuff is all about?" And I said, "No, I didn't, because I'm a grown up, and I was never part of any kind of controlling, kind of thuggish shit." And if that's the way young people are today, or the internet has allowed people to become, no matter what age they are, um, we're all worse for it. So, freedom of speech, freedom of expression, freedom to love, freedom to care, freedom to support. Um, that's what it's about. That's all that it's about. And when we all fly off the handle, as I can do in my own home and in my own life, where I think someone has punched my button and insulted me or said talk smack about me in a way that really was not true, but it was where I was and the way I reacted, I own my stuff and say, I guess I was mistaken. Gosh, I was in a bad point when that hit me. That's my issue. So that's all I'm saying is let's stop and remember, it's not all about us, and everything people say on the internet is not all about smacking people. and making you think they're talking about you, because they're not. They're talking about their own lives and their own perspectives. And if you're a source for people to have talking points off of or an inference, um, that's not always a bad thing. It's not a bad thing. I haven't seen a lot of real. I haven't seen any real rudeness from and ugly lashing out from most of the community. Most of the community. So let's all try to just move forward and leave the past in the past and own our stuff and learn how to say you're sorry when you're wrong and humble yourself to see things from other people's perspectives and try to take that knowledge in and grow emotionally because um, emotional it's not intellectual whatever that is. I don't know what the Q is for, quotient. I'm a big fan of emotional EQ. I'm a big fan of EQ, and that's kind of where I've lived my life, absorbing, learning, processing, working through, and who I am before you today at 54 and a half, um, and finally feeling strong and confident. Yeah, there's a lot of wonderful things to say when you grow inside. Um, and I just encourage you all to explore and grow. And I wish you all well. Have a great weekend. I'm not sure what's going on with me after this. Got some packing to do. So, anyone who's seeing this, please do not take offense. Please do not say, please do not take offense. I don't need to say anything else. Please do not take offense because there was no offense meant. If we're not here to help each other grow up a little bit, I don't know what we're here for. So, best wishes to everybody and have a good weekend. Okay?